Welcome to the Savvy Shopkeeper Retail Podcast. I'm your host, Kathy Cruz. Just like you, I'm an independent retail business owner. I love the home decor and gift boutique I co-own with my sister, but I don't want it to consume me or my life. Join me each week as I share lessons learned, helpful tips, and valuable information for your retail business and life. Whether you're buying your products or making your products, whether you're a $25K business or a $2.5 million business, I'm on a mission to help indie retailers work less, profit more, and grow. Let's get started on today's episode. Welcome to episode 179 of the Savvy Shopkeeper Retail Podcast, a planner for independent retail store owners. The new Savvy Shopkeeper digital planner is here. I'm your host, Kathy Cruz. Before I start, if you're thinking, I'm in, Kathy, just tell me where to buy it, you will go to savvyshopkeeper.com/planner. That's savvyshopkeeper.com/planner. And that's where you'll go to buy the new 2023-2024 Savvy Shopkeeper digital planner. So as I prepared for this episode, I thought to myself, where do I begin? Because when I talk about this planner, it's so much more than a calendar. I have so much to say about it. This is going to sound crazy to you, but it's 550 plus pages of serenity. And why do I say that? Well, just based off of the feedback that I've heard from so many people who bought last year's planner. And I think the reason why is because we keep so much in our minds, in our brains, and we don't get it out. And we aren't always planning ahead. We're not good at planning ahead. Some of us are. Some of us aren't. Some of us had to learn how to do that. I was pleasantly surprised to see how many buyers from last year who told me that this tool calmed their brains. This tool helps store owners do just that. We have to declutter our brains in order to calm our brains. I'm going to say that one more time because I think it's incredibly important and has been really impactful for me. We must declutter our brains in order to calm our brains. There's no better way for me to share about the benefits of the planner than to share what store owners are saying about last year's first planner, the first time I offered the Savvy Shopkeeper digital planner. I feel like I've said planner 100 times already in this episode, and I'll probably say it a lot more. So I want to share some of the testimonials from last year because I think that is the most impactful. Yes, I'm going to share about this tool. I'm going to share about the parts of it. I'm going to share about the bonuses we'll be offering this year, which are really fun, including a sale price if you buy it in the first 6 days. But what I really want to share with you is what other people have said, people who have used this planner. So let me go ahead and go through a list of some of the testimonials that I pulled from the past year because I have saved them because some of them were so impactful. Okay, so here we go. In this first quote, this user said, "Just have to say, if you are on the fence about going digital and getting Kathy's planner, do it now," in all caps. "I was a die-hard pen and paper person, but was willing to give digital a try because what I've been doing for years wasn't working." This next quote, "This is working and I'm loving it. It does everything I've always wanted, but didn't want to carry a bag of accessories so I could do what I needed on paper. My head feels more calm these past 2 days, putting this in place than it has in years. It is life-changing," with a bunch of exclamation points. "It's giving me new life and excitement that I've lost over the past few months. So for that, thank you. You have created an amazing resource and I'm so glad I went for it. I jumped in 100% and not looking back. I've had my," we'll just say beep here. "I've had my beep together more these past 2 days than in years. And because I can make it do exactly what I need without much thought, it's so helpful." This is the same person from the quote before. She said, "I just told my husband who asked me to drop off an Amazon return." This is what she said to her husband. "I can't. It's not on my schedule and can't be until next week. My days are planned and there's no time for that." I love that. Next one. Thank you for putting this out in the world and giving me the blueprint I couldn't come up with on my own for my business. I love it. All my stuff in one place. No more lugging a big planner and laptop everywhere. And the next person said, I'm loving the digital planner. I've always been a pen and paper planner lover, but I'm committed to becoming entirely digital for 2023. And you all know how I feel about that. Next person said, love this planner. I have just about swapped over to only this planner versus the 3 I had before. And I've heard this from other people too, where people would tell me, I have a personal planner and a business planner. I don't know why this person had 3 planners, but that's kind of bonkers to me. Next person said, this planner has changed the way I do business and life. If you are looking for a way to streamline and cut down on waste, this is it. The next one is, this planner is pretty amazing. And this one made me chuckle. She said, I actually use it. Big, big win, at least in my eyes. So now this is me speaking. And as an entrepreneur running 2 businesses, I know that a holistic view of my life means I have to plan for both my personal life and my business life. I also have to set boundaries for my businesses in order to protect my time with family and friends. And for myself, I do so much more for myself than I ever did before. The best way for me to do all of this is to have everything in one place. It doesn't make sense to have a personal calendar and a separate business calendar. This episode is brought to you by my free resource, Tools of the Retail Trade Resource Guide, a 28-page downloadable resource filled with software, tools, and equipment recommendations just for brick-and-mortar retail store owners. Learn what I use and what other store owners are using. Visit savvyshopkeeper.com/resources. That's savvyshopkeeper.com/resources and sign up for my newsletter to get the guide. Speaking of views, if you really want to understand what's going on in your business and/or strategize for your retail business, a calendar alone won't do this. And that's why this particular business tool, I call it a life and business tool, why it's so incredibly helpful, because it's not just a calendar. Although the calendars, because there's multiple versions of the calendar, that is definitely helpful. And this is a business tool because you get planning worksheets. And that includes monthly and quarterly checklists. You get tracking worksheets, strategizing worksheets. You can handle some of your tasking lists. You're evaluating things, you're debriefing, and you're systemizing. Several of the worksheets it's essentially created a system for you. And yes, you're doing all of this in the Savvy Shopkeeper Digital Planner. So let me talk about some of the worksheets. For strategy worksheets, there's things like the big yearly goals. My favorite, the business health checklist. This is a 2-page document that really, really has you it will push you to have a very serious conversation with yourself about your business. And I recommend doing this at least once a year, but I know of shopkeepers who use it twice a year, especially if you have a business partner. There's goal setting, important retail dates, market buying projections. There's a shipment schedule worksheet, and then event planning and debriefing. And then for the tracking worksheets, there's marketing metrics, e-commerce. You'll do inventory turn. There's a sales and goals tracker, a cash management quarterly report if you use something like Profit First. And then new this year, I added a foot traffic tracker and a goal tracker. And then for operations, there are things like an order form, just a blank, simple order form, a daily cash drawer report, a store report. There's a supplies order form, the retail store layout, the grid and dot paper, a to-do list. And then new this year is a store cleaning checklist, but it's 2 parts. It's like a daily, weekly kind of checklist, and then a spring cleaning where you do a really good deep cleaning of your store once a year. It could be in spring, whatever season you choose. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's different than the usual cleaning checklist. So that one's a cool new feature in the planner. And then for you, for sure, the calendars. There's a daily calendar, weekly calendar, monthly calendars. And this is one reason why the planner is over 550 pages, is because it was really important to us to give you the type of calendar that works best for your brain. You get to choose. Maybe you use all three. Maybe you use none, or maybe you use, if you prefer, like the weekly view. The nice thing is, you're not carrying this massive, heavy planner because it's all in your iPad. What else is good for you? Oh, the calendars have some cool areas for a little bit of like lightweight journaling or setting overall goals for the month or for the week, or for sharing what you're grateful for, because sometimes that's also good to get out of our heads, just to acknowledge it. And of course, there's a journaling section. And then new this year is a calendar blocking worksheet. Oh my goodness. I have to say that this, out of the virtual conference, is one of the presentations that has been talked about the most. So much so that now I'm doing an overcome overwhelm challenge in Master Shopkeepers. And I really genuinely hope it changes the lives of quite a few of the Master Shopkeepers members. It can be that impactful. But I also included the calendar blocking worksheet. And then in terms of organization and navigation, I tried to make it as easy as possible. So just like a typical planner, like a paper planner where you have the side tabs and you can see January, February, March, we also have top tabs. So we have the top tabs and the side tabs. And this keeps the digital planner really organized and easy to navigate. When you use the planner in a digital note-taking app like GoodNotes, you just click on the tabs, and that will take you to the different sections of the planner. So when you get the planner emailed to you, it is 500 some pages of a PDF document. It's a massive PDF file. But what makes it so useful is when you upload it into GoodNotes. And that's when you get the clicking and the different writing and the highlighting and using the stickers and all the fun stuff. That's what makes it even more powerful beyond just a PDF. So I want this to be easy for you to navigate and to understand, because I don't want to be wasting your time. Oh, and another thing too is that you can actually bookmark pages. So if there's a handful of pages that you use all the time, you can bookmark them. So it's easy to go back to those favorite pages. You can also duplicate pages. So if you need more journaling pages, for instance, or you want to create more copies of the blank checklist, you can actually duplicate these. I can go on and on, so I'm going to have to be careful here. So let's go ahead and move on to the 2023 bonuses. So this year we're doing it a little bit differently. Not huge difference, but a little bit differently. This year we're doing an early bird offer. So if you buy the planner before August 1st, 2023, you'll get the planner not only at the lowest price, and of course you'll get the startup guide. So if digital planning is new to you or digital note-taking is new to you, you're going to get the startup guide, and it's really helpful. It's going to take you step by step on how to do and use all of this. I promise you, we've made it as simple as possible. So you'll get the lowest price, you'll get the planner, you'll get the startup guide, and you'll get these 5 bonuses. So let me quickly go through the bonuses. The first one, and I didn't do this last year, the first one, I'm going to host a Zoom call. Most likely it's going to be a 90-minute Zoom call. It's kind of like a kickoff party. That way you're going to get the planner, even if you used it last year, and you're going to hop on Zoom with me as a whole group of us, anybody who buys the planner, where I will walk you through parts of the planner, and I will specifically coach you on using certain sections of the planner, where maybe you look at it and you're like, I don't really know how to use that. I think it could be helpful, but I don't know how to use it. So it's going to be a planner coaching Zoom call. That's what we're going to do to start. You'll also be able to choose your cover color. I know it's not a huge one, but a fun one. So you will get the cover in 5 different colors, and you're going to be able to pick which one is the cover for you. So the same design, just different colors. I love, because I know me, I usually have a favorite. I want to be able to pick. So that's another bonus. This episode is brought to you by the Savvy Shopkeeper quiz. As a shopkeeper myself, I've learned that there are action steps we can take during specific stages on our retail journeys that help us create efficiency and improve profitability so we can grow. But first, it helps to know which stage you're in so I can help you determine what to focus on. Sign up for my newsletter and take the quiz to find out which shopkeeper stage you're in. You'll get a helpful Savvy Shopkeeper roadmap with a list of helpful podcast episodes and 2 free resources for where you currently are in your journey. If you want to take the quiz, visit savvyshopkeeper.com/quiz. Bonus number 3 is the January planner party. That's where we'll get on Zoom again, because now Q4 has passed at that point. And I know a lot of us have that motivation to get back into the planner and to really start to plan for the rest of the year. So we're going to kick off January with another Zoom call where we will get on and talk about how we're using it, fun parts of it, anything new that needs to be updated about it. That's going to be after the holiday season is over. Usually when we have a little more bandwidth in our brains to start planning again. And then number 4, you will get my monthly planner emails. So these are emails on the first of the month where I shall share a helpful planning or digital planning tip. I offered this last year and really didn't know what to expect. In fact, I told my team we wouldn't offer these monthly emails this year. But when we looked at the open rate of the monthly emails, I was blown away. On average, the monthly planner emails had an 85% open rate. 85%. It was incredible to me. So I knew I had to bring this back. Digital planning and digital note-taking has so many features. Like we barely probably touch the surface. So I want to make sure every month I'm teaching you something new or something different. And that's what the monthly planner emails are for. Another thing too is we invested in 2 canvas lamps. They're called, the brand is Canvas. We invested in these canvas lamps so we could record digital planning content all year round. So you're going to get videos from us that are going to be helpful to you. And then bonus number 5, this one is really different and really cool. It's a retail store annual report, and it's a Canva template. It isn't just a PDF. You're going to get the actual Canva template. So what's cool about this is that I see big corporations do this, or big businesses do this. At the end of the year, they do this annual report for their shareholders. Well, I thought, how fun would it be if we did this for our customers? You get to pick and choose how much information you share or reveal, or how little information. It's really up to you. The nice thing is this Canva template is going to be customizable. But it's really, really cool. And it tells your story. It connects with your customer. It kind of it'll wrap up 2023 for you in a nice bow. And you'll get more information on this, but it is a really, really cool bonus. I think it's probably my favorite this year. So all this to say, I'm happy to share that the planner, this year's planner, is here and available to purchase today. So today, as this launches, it's Thursday, July 27, 2023, in case you're hearing this down the road. If you grab the planner before Tuesday, August 1st, 2023 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will get the sale price. It is definitely a sale price compared to the regular price. You'll get the 550-page plus planner. You'll get the startup guide. It's a PDF document that walks you through, and you'll get all 5 bonuses. It's a lot. If you buy before August 1st. And then we created a new bundle of stickers this year. Yes, you can have digital stickers that go with your planner, just like a paper planner. They were a big hit last year, so we brought a new fresh bundle this year. And if you want to add those, you can add those for a small price. You'll also get instructions on how to upload the stickers into GoodNotes too, so we won't leave you like wondering how to use those. If you buy the planner after August 1st, you'll get the planner, the startup guide at the regular price. You don't get all of the bonuses and everything else I mentioned. I can honestly say that when we launched this planner last year, this was one of those projects that I thought, I'm just going to test this. And I've tested quite a few things for store owners over the years since I started Savvy Shopkeeper. Plenty have flopped. Let me say that. For those of you who are always afraid of failing, I fail all the time. I am willing to fail and have failed plenty. The planner, however, I genuinely feel has been a win. The feedback has been incredible, and I'm beyond happy about the results planner users have gotten over the past year. I think that's what feels so good to me because I've said this before. I didn't design this planner for me. I really didn't. I used some of the worksheets, but I didn't design it for me. I designed it because I've heard from so many store owners over the past 5 or 6 years how much this was needed in our industry. I added a little bit of a twist when I created it as a digital planner versus a paper planner, but that's also because I've determined that it would be better for store owners. So thank you all for sharing so much with me over the past year. If you bought last year's planner, I genuinely appreciate it. All right, it's really time for me to wrap this up. I'm also leaving for DC tomorrow, so I have to get this done and I have to pack and all of that. Of course, that's as I record this podcast episode. You'll hear this after I've already gone to DC and come back. If you want to see the show notes to this episode or find links to anything I mentioned, visit my blog at savvyshopkeeper.com/episode 179. And if you're ready to have your best year yet, go to savvyshopkeeper.com/planner to grab the planner, or what I call the life and business tool, especially before the bonuses expire on August 1st. We're launching this planner earlier than last year to help you build the habit of working ahead. The calendar, or all of the calendars, actually start on October 1st, but there are so many parts of the planner that you can use now, like immediately. Oh, and if you're wondering why this planner starts October 1st instead of January 1st, it's because most retail store owners are the busiest in Q4. So this upcoming Q4, as crazy as it sounds, you should probably really be planning for the next Q4. Some people have already started planning for Q4 of 2024. Actually, I know quite a few who have. So for example, many of you attend markets in January, like America's Mart, Dallas, Vegas. It's kind of crazy to wrap up the holiday season, our craziest time of year, grab a new planner, and take off to market within a 12-day period. That's a lot at the end and the beginning of the year. I don't want you waiting to start planning for all of that at that moment then. It's just too much. So if you truly want to strategize and plan ahead, I want to help you train your brain to work further in advance. Yes, a whole year or more in advance. And that's why the planner is structured the way it is. So, okay, it's time to wrap this up. You will not get a reminder about my early bird offer on the planner on a future podcast episode. Like, this is it, because the early bird cart is going to close in 6 days. So obviously this podcast publishes every 7 days, which means this cart is opening and closing before the next episode. So again, if you want to grab the planner, I highly recommend that you make the decision now, and you'll go to savvyshopkeeper.com/planner. Okay, I feel like I'm losing my voice. It's time to go. If you have any questions, please DM us on Instagram. I'm happy to answer your questions about this life and business tool. And I really can't stress this enough. This isn't just about your business. This is about bringing you peace and calm and setting you up for success in the future year. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay, thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great week. Until the next episode, be savvy and boss up.